I meet believers who love the prayer meetings, who love to talk about prayer, who love the sermons about prayer, but their private prayer closet is devoid of constant fire that ascends to God and changes a man. Jesus' life was littered with a habit of prayer. Mark 1:35 tells us that a great while before day, while others slept, Jesus rose up, went to a solitary place, and there he engaged the Father in prayer. Historians tell us that rising up a great while, perhaps around 3 a.m., he had no special agenda for that day, but he had cultivated a habit of keeping the altar of prayer always hot and burning. And I assure every man who has a fervent prayer altar, your life would align with God. I have met several in church. They love the things of God, but yet they are carnal. They love to give, yet they are plagued by all kinds of sins. But I'm yet to see a man, I may be wrong, because I believe there may be a few out there, who has a fervent, vibrant, secret altar of prayer, where he engages the altar of God continually, whose life will be filled with any other thing but the life of God's virtue and godliness, a life of power and results. When we engage the secret altar like Jesus did, that same power would flow through our lives, away from the fanfare, away from the praise of men. If you and I would follow the pattern of Jesus' life, rising up a great while, if you and I will learn how to engage God early in the morning, we will find him during the day. But if we neglect the secret place, one day will come where we will be finding God and will not have learned to navigate our way in prayer. This was his habit, a life of prayer. And the Bible said when the disciples woke up, they were looking for Jesus. They couldn't find him. Christian friend, when was the last time your friends were looking for you and they couldn't find you? And you were in your private place of prayer. Not because you had trouble, but because that is your habit. That is Jesus' life. They will look for him and they will say that he is in the house of God. The house of God is the place of prayer. When it was time for baptism, people were having merry. Some brought their parents, their friends, to take pictures and selfies at baptism. But in Luke chapter 3, we learn that even at baptism, the Bible says, and Jesus praying, and his results at baptism were spectacular. The Bible said, and the heavens opened, and the Spirit of God came upon him like a dove, and announced him to the world. He had a habit of praying. The Bible tells us in Hebrews chapter 7 that even in the heavens, the Bible says he lives on the right hand of the Father, making intercession for you and I daily. Have you found this as a daily habit, where you can watch with the Lord every single day? Or it's just so much knowledge about prayer, and yet your secret altar is dry? I call you, dear friend, if you will be a true disciple of prayer, it's good to have the fellowship. It's good to have the corporate times. But one secret of Jesus that made him stand out even from his disciples was the secret place of prayer. What is my call to action for you, this dear friend? Declutter your busy life. If you are too busy to pray, I submit to you, Christian, you are too busy. Have a prayer altar and keep fervency in prayer. And I see the life of Jesus manifest through you, make you relevant in this generation. God bless you. I'll see you again next week. Bye.